Like, fingers crossed that we still make this ferry when we're supposed to. Because right now, I'm worried.
The fat cassette tape? It's not a fat cassette tape. That's a VHS tape. That's how we used to watch our videos. There, now fold it in half. Then you eat it that way. That's how you're supposed to eat New York pizza.
So it's kind of scary. I knew we wanted to come back, so I dropped a pin. So I'm pretty sure at this point, if we don't hustle, we're not gonna make our ferry. Giving the child some breakfast. But we are walking to the PATH, which is the New Jersey bus system, to then connect to the subway to go on a walking tour of Central Park in Midtown Manhattan. So the super fun thing that we've seen in places we visited is walking tours can be a lot less expensive than doing, like, say, a food tour, but you still get a lot of information in areas that maybe you just don't know a lot about. It's a great way to learn about an area. This particular walking tour, and we'll put a link in the description below, is actually a pay what you want tour. So there was no cost to book it other than just a very small online fee. And then after the tour, you get to pay the guide what you feel like that tour was worth. So it should be kind of fun. I'm sure that the guide will do a great job because they want to get paid well, but it also makes it to where you can just do something that maybe is a little bit more affordable as well. So it should be a good time.
Are you sure this is the fastest way to Grand Central Station? What's the fastest way to Grand Central?
Go straight back down West 42nd. It's on your left after Vanderbilt.
Central Station. It's grand and it's central.
What's that, man?
What you know about that? What you know about that? Everybody looking like that. I like this, like that. Get down. 'Cause time is awaiting, there's only this moment. It's time to keep it moving. It's time to keep it moving. Get down. Let's get it. Get down. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Get down. Let's get it. Get down. 1, 2, 3, let's go. In the front, how you feeling? In the back, best believe it. Everybody know that I'm back. Like this, like that. Get down.
So we just got off our walking tour at Central Park, and that was super fun, but something that I would highly recommend, especially, you know, you're not an expert in the areas when you're traveling all of the time and you're going from place to place. And so it's very, very helpful to have someone that is an expert, and it was a great way to learn more about Manhattan, learn more about Central Park, and just New York City overall. We'll put a link in the description below for the Pay What You Want tours that we did. direction. It's moving in the wrong direction, people. Maybe Congress could like listen to the Dave Ramsey show or something. I don't know. Just saying.
So where are we going?
Well, they're trying to get us back to where that street fair was.
Okay.
Because when we walked by there in the walking tour, I knew we wanted to come back, so I dropped a pin.
Oh, is that where we're gonna get Trin's hat?
I hope so.
Okay.
So I hope that, I mean, it's almost 3 o'clock. I have no clue like what time all of this kind of stuff runs. So I'm just gonna go back there and hope that they're all kind of still set up as far as the vendors go and see what's there. So it's cotton candy, but they make it into a bunny or a snowman.
Oh, cute. You want a ear?
Oh, you're tearing apart the party.
Oh. What are you looking at?
$2 a pair for earrings.
Ooh, $2 earrings.
I know, that's actually a pretty good deal.
So why we've been staying in the New York City area, we're actually technically in Jersey City, and the name of this campground or RV park is Liberty Harbor. And so this is a smaller campground. It is pretty much just a parking lot, and we have water and electric only. There is a dump station on site, but there's also shower houses and a laundry facility. So we've just been using the shower houses so that we are not filling up our gray tank or anything like that. But this is a great place because literally we have only used our Jeep just one time, and that was actually to get over to where we needed to take the ferry to go to the Statue of Liberty. Other than that, it's about a 5-block walk over to the subway system, and so there are trains that go from New Jersey over into New York, and you can connect with the New York subway system. It's a great place to kind of base out of, to be able to see all of that New York City has to offer. And so today we're gonna jump back on the trains and we're gonna go over to a place called Governor's Island. Now, this is actually a place that was recommended to us by a local as a kind of escape from the big city. And so after the last 3 days of just the hustle and the bustle of the big city, we're kind of ready for maybe something that's not quite so busy. So we're kind of hoping that Governor's Island provides that for us, and we'll see what it's like when we get over there. What I've looked at online would indicate that it's maybe almost more of a Mackinac Island type of experience as far as being able to rent bikes and not cars that are over there, but we'll find out when we get there. So a quick tip we wanted to talk about real fast. We know that so many of you guys are still looking for those places to camp. You're still working on those travel plans, and we wanted to make sure that you know about a tool that we use and love called campgroundviews.com. Now, campgroundviews.com is a tool that we are loving because you could actually take virtual tours through a campground and be able to look at the sites before that you book them. Now, this is why it's super important to be able to do this, especially if you are looking at campgrounds that are in national forests or in national park areas, is that there are some pretty good sites in some of these campgrounds and there are others that aren't so great. So at Campground Views Virtual Tours, you could take a virtual tour before you book, find the absolute best site to have, and make sure that you book that one. So we'll have a link in the description below for campgroundviews.com and a discount for Grateful Glamper viewers.
So I'm pretty sure at this point, if we don't hustle, we're not gonna make our ferry. So, I'm out of breath a little bit. We're hustling. Have to get on the 4 train now to make sure that we get our connection, because once we get to where we're going, we have to backtrack walking. And at this point, the ferry leaves at exactly an hour. Google Maps says the train's gonna take at least 30 minutes, and I don't know how long it's gonna take us to walk that 9 blocks. So we're hustling to try to get onto the 4 train as quickly as we can, so hopefully we can make our ferry. Okay, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Downtown in Brooklyn.
We're still trying to find where we're going.
Let's see here. Yours like that? This is Brooklyn bound to New Lots Avenue. Downtown in Brooklyn.
These trains are so confusing. It would take a little bit of getting used to. So yes, downtown in Brooklyn.
Downtown in Brooklyn. Okay.
So I think we're on the right track. Track. Get it?
So we just missed the train that we needed. And I'm hoping that we're still gonna be okay on time, just because we had to refill our Metro cards, and the other thing is to get to the ferry where we need to go. There's not a Metro station that's right near the ferry. We actually have to do some backtrack walking to the tune of about 9 blocks. And so
just not knowing how long that's gonna take. I figured 2 hours for a 1 hour journey should do it. But here's the deal. Did we get out of the RV on time? No, of course we didn't. We left about 20 minutes after I wanted to. So I'm like, fingers crossed that we still make this ferry when we're supposed to. Because right now, I'm worried.
Here it comes.
Finally made it.
Yes. So let's get on the train and it's where we're going.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Yeah, but it's like it went the wrong direction.
No, it's going right.
So we might be going the
But
wrong
no,
direction.
we got on Fulton Street and now it's like we're behind that.
So we're going the wrong
This is
direction.
Borough Hall. This is our stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's so confusing. So the subway system is actually not that hard to navigate. The confusing part is the different exits once that you get off the subway where you need to go. And I've been having trouble with my phone not always picking up the signal because you're underground. And so then you just choose an exit and you get above ground and then your phone finally picks up the signal. This was where I was concerned about not knowing how long that this was going to take us as far as the walk. So we have to now walk after we got off of the subway to the ferry terminal. And this was the part where I was
So now
like,
we
this
gotta
could be a
just
little bit sketchy.
kind of hurry up so we can make sure we make it on time.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely like Brooklyn, better than New York, as far as just the vibe and the feel.
Yeah.
At least this part of it, it's like less busy. It's these really cool old homes. The streets are brick. It's just really, really cool. I like it.
Better vibe. It's calmer.
It does feel so much more calmer. I kind of wish that we would have known. Maybe instead of tomorrow going to Wall Street, maybe we'll see what there is to do in Brooklyn and come back to Brooklyn. Because I bet you that there's some stuff we could do over here that maybe we would enjoy better than that hustle bustle of.
Always can be a next time. Don't have to fit it all in at once.
True story.
It's nice to see you guys getting along so well.
He's my dog.
He's your dog.
Yeah.
Looks like he's taking you for a walk.
We made it 15 minutes to spare. 15, which, you know, it's not cutting it super, super close, but I am one of those people that I prefer way more of a buffer when it comes to making these types of connections. So anyway, I'm gonna sit down, have a little snack, because it's now almost noon, getting hungry. Brought my book, in case that I ended up with, you know, a few spare minutes, which we have, which is great. So get on the ferry and then head over to Governor's Island after this, but we made it. Thank the Lord.
Just enjoying the ride. I got you, yeah, my crew. We alley you, yeah, alley you, yeah. 'Cause we do what we
Great little spot you got there.
The seats are a little warm, but it's okay. They'll cool off. So we're not here, we're here. So we need to remember that because we came in on Pier 6. So let's inquire about the bike rental because I have a feeling for us to get to anywhere we want to, it's kind of, we're gonna need more than just our feet.
Hammock Grove.
Hammock Grove, play lawns.
I'm looking for play
Slide Hill is right there.
Woo! Wait, does it go into the water? Is this water?
For the largest slide in
this
New
water?
York is.
Is this water
We got
right here?
Hammockville. I want to go to Hammockville and take a nap after we bike ride.
Okay. There's.
All right.
It looks like that there's. This is cool. There's maybe a restaurant here. First things first, we probably need to figure out about bike rental though, so let's do that. So they have bikes that you can rent over here, but we're gonna take a walk down because we saw these like 4-person bike things that we want to check out because we think that would be super fun. So we're gonna go check that out first and see if that's maybe an option for today.
It's a very unique looking playground. Wow, what's that?
Hey!
Oh, paint?
Yeah!
Oh, cool. Huh, interesting. Little, I don't even know how to describe this stuff. It's just like Junkyard Playground.
Oh, jeez. It's so hard.
What'd you find?
A tiny swing.
Oh, that's super cool. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna jump off. Whee!
You got a crutch?
That's cool. I need to return. There's no rules.
Yeah, you
Except
can just paint anything, pretty much.
Okay. I'll paint anything.
No, not me. Hey.
I'll paint anything.
Oh, you're signing your little rainbow that you made? That's pretty. So what'd you think?
It was fun.
Was it?
So we found this place called Taco Vista that we're gonna give a try, just because, you know, there's not a whole lot of options. I come bearing food.
So we got a burrito.
And then
Smells good. And then the kids got a chicken quesadilla.
Like etiquette.
sides of chicken.
Lesson 1.
Chicken quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
So you're gonna have to tell me how it is.
Oh, all right. Well,
It's hard to get these forks in it too.
really good flavor.
What does it taste like? Is it mild or spicy?
It's not super spicy, but it's very flavorful. Nice and mild. But taco-y? Like I don't know how to
Taco-y?
describe
Okay.
the flavor.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a taco-y type flavor.
So cool thing here on Governor's Island is there's this place called Hammock Grove that you can come and just grab yourself a hammock and just chillax after walking or biking around. And so kind of a nice way to just kick back and get out of the big city for a little bit.
You comfy?
True Minecraft.
Is it relaxing? What do you think, bud? You sleeping? Oh man, you went to sleep already. Oh, nice and relaxing. All right, so what did you think of Governor's Island?
It was a lot of fun. Definitely glad that we went and did it. Wish we would have had just a little bit more time. So
Yeah, we had a little issue.
word to the wise. If you go, maybe plan on going a little bit earlier. We went on the 12:15 ferry, which would have been okay, but we've got a little issue we were alerted to with the rig, so we got to head back to fix that.
What you doing?
Oh, hey. Laundry. Normally we could do our own laundry back here, but this campground that we're staying at, we have water and electric, but we don't have sewer. So today is our last full day here in the New York City area. I'm just gonna get some laundry done, so at least when we check out tomorrow, I don't have quite as much to catch up on because this won't cut it. But the nice thing is most RV campgrounds that you stay at least do have laundry, and then that's also why I have my little quarter bag here. Whenever
I must say that is the cutest.
Isn't this the cutest little IKEA bag you've ever seen?
Ever seen.
I know, when the kids saw that, all of the kids were like, I want one. But here's a tip. I always save my quarters, actually year round, I save my quarters to have quarters for laundry when we travel. So anytime that I have change, I always just pull those quarters out and I stick them in my little quarter bag, and then I always have quarters. It's always a good idea to carry some loose change anyway for tolls or things like that too. So as we have found out in this particular area of the country anyway, so tolls abound. Getting all of this laundry over to the laundry room, get a load started before I have to jump on a call here in about an hour. And yeah, we got to figure out what we want to do this afternoon on our last full day in the Big Apple.
Yeah.
So
we could do Brooklyn, or we could go to the stock exchange to check that out.
yeah,
That
I'm
looks
kind of like
interesting.
thinking none of those things.
No?
I'm kind of thinking I want to go back and then be able to go inside of the library.
So I know that with a lot of our videos, it might look like every single day is an adventure and we're out and we're doing, and that's just not the case. There's still things that need to be done, like laundry, and we actually have work that we have to do. So today's gonna be one of those days, at least in the morning, we've got to take some time to do the things that keep life going. And then this afternoon, a little bit of
time for fun. But the whole time that we've been here, we've had a couple of days that we didn't venture out and we stayed back in the RV that were what we call work days, because we still have work that we have to get done to be able to continue to live this lifestyle. It's not just every day is fun. We're not retired. So we still have to be able to maintain business in the midst of the fun. All right, we're good.
We are good.
Awnings are in.
Awnings are in.
The
Alaska.
AC is on.
AC's on.
The waggle's enabled.
Look at Alaska's face.
Alaska's
He's like going.
guarding the RV.
Yes, I'll guard the RV. Just bring me back some sausage.
So our last full day in New York, got some work done and some laundry done this morning, and then it's time to head back into the city for one last look. We still haven't gotten like authentic New York pizza.
Yes.
So
We
I think
do
we
have
need to do
to,
that.
we can't leave New York without getting New York pizza.
Yeah, so I think those things, and we're probably good. Let's check it off.
So where are we going? Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme. Gonna see why the hot sign never turns on. I got the chocolate with the custard, the yellow filling. What'd you get? The
Cake batter.
cake batter? Mmm. How is it?
It's good. Be better warm. So it's good. (2022) that you, Dakota DeVries, 12 years old, has ever really seen what one of those looks like.
Cassette tape, yeah. Well, I haven't.
Crazy.
I haven't video games, but
Music cassette players in our car.
But the kids have never seen one before.
I can imagine that without iPhone.
Okay, do you know what this is?
Cassette tape. It's a fat cassette tape.
It's not a fat cassette tape. That's a VHS tape. That's how we used to watch our videos. We made it to the New York Library, second largest library in the United States. And this is just so cool. The building is so cool. This right here is a preview from a book that is being worked on by this particular author that's like a graphic novel about insects. So that's kind of cool to just see all of these drawings, which is just a preview of his book that's coming out. Really, really just an amazing journey for the senses. Just a great place to kind of get off of the streets and the hustle and the bustle of New York. Really cool place to come, especially with the kids, to just learn more.
This.
What did you find?
Pianos.
Oh, it's a piano?
Listen.
Oh. Hey, Dakota.
Pizza Suprema. It's been owned by the same Italian family since 1964. Very authentic New York style pizza. She doesn't know how you're supposed to fold it in half. Okay, here, I'll show you. Fold it in half, like here. Yeah, so crease it. There, now fold it in half.
And then eat it.
Then you eat it that way.
That's how you're supposed to eat New York pizza. What do you think?
How does it taste? What does it taste like? Is it?
It tastes like pizza.
Like pizza?
Tastes like pepperoni pizza. This area seems actually a little bit less busy here than like the other areas that we've been in. The buildings are really, really neat. What's so cool is you see like the mix of the old and the new, and just the architecture. It's just beautiful. It's hard to not just like stop and gawk, and then you're in everybody's way because you're just in awe of the buildings, and it's a really cool thing to just look at.
Yeah. Think it's what? Stinky? Yeah, it is a
I
little
will
stinky.
say that there's a lot of skunk.
Yep.
Skunk? How do you know? So I don't recommend eating from a hot dog cart because I see they don't have gloves on their hands.
They
She's
don't.
a little freaked out by the lack of the
Gloves.
street vendors that are having food wearing gloves. But then she's like, well, the pizza people didn't have gloves on either. But I'm like, they wash their hands. And
They had their whole elbows and everything on the pizza crust.
So she was a little bit worried about the street yet. Anyway, I don't know.
Vendors.
Kind of think it's a good way probably to get food poisoning. You just don't know how fresh the food is. Ugh.
And I
Anyway,
saw
look at the mural and stuff. Isn't that cool? It's all New York. It's all of New York. It's like all of the streets. But isn't that cool? It's like a big map. So crazy. Like there's so much going on underground. So it's like there's all of these people up above, and then there's all of these people underground too. It's so crazy to think that there's like just as much going on underground as there is up above us.
I think we're finally getting the hang of this train system now that we're getting ready to leave.
We're leaving. We're finally like learning the ropes.
Yep.
Which is how it seems like it always goes. But just like when we went to DC, right? And that was the second time using the DC metro system. So the nice thing is then when we went back, I felt way more confident about navigating that. So at whatever point we come back to New York, I'll feel way more confident about navigating
Yeah.
back here.
Let's go. It's time to go, go, go. It's time to go, go, go. Let's go. It's time to go, go, go.
it's called skills.
What you waiting for? Your prayers are already answered. Do you really want it? Ain't got no time to waste. Let's go. Green light. Step on the gas. Don't let no one pass.
What I've looked like. But so I'm gonna just figure.
Is that what you're supposed to do with it?
Well, that's what they had before, but it's not much of body wash shampoo in here. Glad I didn't throw that in accidentally. Oh, the awning's still out. That's a bad way to start. You need to grab something out of the RV, of course. Okay, there you go.
Where are we
Today
at?
we were at B&H. It may not look like it, but it is. Mom wanted to tell me
B&H.
She told me to introduce her.
Okay.
So, the
Bring her in. And the
only-
only
the
mom.
best
Amazing.
mom
in the world.
And the best person I've ever met, Charity the Breeze.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
What'd you think of this Manhattan area?
Is that where we are?
Isn't it? I think it's Manhattan, right?
Maybe.
Man, this is an awesome bonding opportunity. I feel like if the camera has it, he might just be right here.
What?
What?
What were you just saying?
What's up, Jim?
I love New York. I wish I could be here. Don't put that in the vlog.
This is a tan line
Dad?
from the garbage playground.
Dad, this is not a tan line.
Oh yeah, that is a tan line.
That's a dirt line.
That's a dirt line, not a tan line.